Ever find yourself like really wondering, okay, is this like the real deal? Is this actual love, or is this just a really, really good montage set to a pop song?
Yeah.
It's tricky, right?
It's tough to know.
It's hard to decipher what's genuine and what's not when it comes to love.
Right.
Well, lucky for you, we dove into this really interesting relationship podcast episode.
Okay.
And it talked about these 7 signs of genuine love, and they're really interesting. We're going to do a deep dive on those today.
Okay, cool. I'm excited.
Yeah, so don't worry. This isn't like a checklist. It's
Yeah.
not like, oh, if they do these 7 things, then boom, guaranteed happily ever after, you know?
Right. No crystal ball here.
Yeah, exactly. No guarantees in life, right?
Exactly.
But it is a really interesting way to kind of think about, like, what are the markers? What are some of the things that can maybe give you a clue about whether those love vibes are real or not?
Absolutely. Yeah, like a framework for looking at it.
Yes, a framework, exactly. So sign number 1 was all about, like, letting that love see the light of day.
Okay.
Introducing your partner to your friends and family, right?
Right.
Not keeping the relationship a secret.
Makes sense, yeah.
Like, I remember one time someone asked me to be their secret friend.
Oh, no.
And I was like, honey, I'm a full-blown parade. I'm no one's secret.
I love that. It's so true, though, right?
Yeah.
I mean, on a deeper level, it's this human need to belong. We crave that validation, especially in our relationship.
Yeah, it's like you're saying, this is my person, and I'm proud of it.
Exactly.
Okay.
But you know, it's interesting. The episode we listened to, it also mentioned that sometimes, like, there might be valid reasons to take those introductions a little slower.
Right.
Like, what about cultural differences?
Yeah.
You know, some cultures are way more private.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Or even just personal comfort levels. Not everyone's ready to shout it from the rooftops right away.
Yeah.
So it got me thinking, how can couples navigate that? You know, when one person's ready to meet the parents and the other's like, whoa, pump the brakes.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think, honestly, it goes back to what we were talking about before. Communication is key.
Communication. 100%.
It's about being open and understanding where the other person's coming from, finding that pace that feels good for both people.
Yeah, and even thinking about, like, small steps, maybe a small gathering first, or even like a virtual introduction to start, just something to ease into it a little bit.
Oh, I love that. Yeah, it's all about finding that balance, right?
Exactly.
Okay, so moving on to sign number 2, sacrifices.
Ooh, sacrifices. This is a big one.
It is, but in a good way, right?
In a good way, yeah.
It's about that give and take in a relationship, right? That balance.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because a good relationship, a healthy one, it requires you to be flexible, to be willing to compromise, right?
Yeah.
You can't always have your way. But, and this is crucial, those sacrifices, they have to go both ways.
100%. Yeah.
I was reading this study, actually, and it said that couples who share those everyday chores, those responsibilities, they're actually way happier.
That makes sense.
Right. Love shouldn't feel like you're being drained or like it's one-sided. It should empower both people.
It shouldn't be a chore chart. Speaking of caring, this next sign really resonated with me. Showing interest in your partner's loved ones.
Ooh, interesting. Tell me more about that.
So it's not just about, like, being head over heels for your partner. It's about recognizing that their friends and family, they're a part of who they are.
Well, totally.
And taking an interest in those people, even if they're not your cup of tea, it shows that you care about understanding your partner on a deeper level.
It's like you're saying, I'm invested in all aspects of your life.
Exactly. And it's not about becoming best friends with everyone, but that effort, that attempt to connect, it speaks volumes. Okay, sign number 4, accepting your partner's, like, life rhythm. This one feels so crucial because we all have our quirks.
We do. We have our routines, our passions, those weird little things that make us us. Really.
Exactly. And a loving partner won't try to change those things.
Right.
They'll embrace them. They'll, like, drag themselves out of bed for a morning run with you, even though they're a total night owl.
Or they'll sit through your, like, hour-long in-depth analysis of, I don't know, like, the latest reality TV show.
Exactly. It's those little gestures that often mean the most.
It's finding those ways to be a part of each other's worlds without losing yourself. You know, it's like that sweet spot in a Venn diagram.
Yes. Okay, so let's talk about sign number 5, being proud of your partner's accomplishments.
Ah, yes. Everyone loves a cheerleader.
It's true. Having someone who genuinely celebrates your wins, whether they're big or small, it just feels amazing.
It shows they're invested in your happiness and your growth. But it is important to remember that your partner shouldn't be your only source of validation.
Oh, 100%. Self-love is key, always.
Right. Building that self-confidence is so important.
Yes, absolutely. Okay, sign number 6. This one's interesting. Fighting for the relationship.
Okay, so not like throwing punches.
No. Thankfully, not a cage match.
Okay, good.
It's more about recognizing that relationships take effort. Like, it's a conscious choice to show up for each other day after day and to put in the work to meet each other's needs. It's like tending to a garden. You have to water it, you have to nurture it, pull out the weeds every now and then.
That's such a good analogy.
Yeah.
It's about choosing to grow together.
Yes. Okay, and lastly, sign number 7, attentive listening.
Ooh, that's a good one. So crucial.
Especially in a world full of distractions, like putting your phone down, making eye contact, actually hearing what the other person has to say.
It says, you're important to me.
Exactly. It shows them that you value their thoughts and their feelings, even if you don't always agree with them.
And research shows that all that active listening, it actually strengthens your bond and it can help you avoid those unnecessary arguments.
It all circles back to empathy, to really understanding where the other person's coming from.
Exactly.
So there you have it, 7 potential signs of genuine love. But remember, like we said at the beginning, this isn't some foolproof checklist.
Right.
It's more about giving you some food for thought, some things to reflect on within your own relationships.
Right. Exactly. And maybe even more importantly, think about what's important to you. What are the values, the qualities that you need in a loving relationship? Because everyone's different.
That's such a good point. What makes your heart sing?
Yeah.
What makes you feel loved and appreciated?
Yes.
Those are the things that really matter at the end of the day.
Absolutely.
All right, everyone, until next time.